Hey guys, welcome to Tech Time with Andy. Today I'm going to take you through a wee tutorial I've prepared of Agilefant and hope you enjoy. So let's start off with creating a new product. So the way that Agilefant works is that you've got products, and within that you've got a project, and then within that you've got iterations. So iterations are like your sprints that you'll be doing. So you only make one product and then one project and then many iterations within it. So let's start off with the product. Let's call it Team 400, the best team ever. Description, go the best description, and we go okay, fantastic, here's Team 400. Woohoo! So we've got our new product. Within that, we're going to want to make a new project. And so, see how we bind it to our product that we made. And in here, we're going to make the new Facebook. So, wahoo. Get out of here, Zuckerberg. It's going to start here, and it's going to end here. Let's get it ending for end of the year. Wahoo. I'm going to assign myself to it. I'm going to get Braden, and I'm going to get Courtney in there as well. Fantastic, let's go. What a wild old idea. Boom, going to crush them. Fantastic. So we've got the new Facebook. Now let's start our agile development. We're going to go in and make a new sprint. So the way that we name sprints is we put in number and then your fancy new sprint name. So let's go Harvard Blues. Still got to start out strong. So you go 2 weeks, you assign everyone to it. You can set your description later. Fantastic. Awesome. Sprint 1, ready to go. Right, so we've made our sprint. What we want to do is update the description. But first of all, check that the end dates are right. And you've got all your iteration assignees, so you've got all your team members in there. We want to update our description. Now often here we have our action points for the sprint, so you'll decide these at your retro. So maybe continue to use Slack as a communication tool. If you're using Slack, this could be continue to peer program on Fridays, whatever you like. Continue to nail it, whatever you like. You can also put in stand-up times here. You can put in other details, and a link to your wiki is a great idea. Also here you can put in your definition of done in the project description. So now we've got our description sorted, we've got our end date sorted. What we can do is go ahead with creating our first story. So first of all, we're going to create our story. It's going to be number 1, and we're going to call it Rewire the Mainframe. So now I've got Rewire the Mainframe, we can chuck in a label. So often, if this maybe has to do with GUI stuff, you can chuck in GUI. If it's a CLI story, you can chuck it in, whatever you like. And then here we want to put in our description saying this story involves rewiring the internal hardware of the mainframe to prevent firewall access. Whatever you want, I'm just making this up. And here you also put in your acceptance criteria. So this can be 1, must be rewired, whatever you like. 2, must be in the mainframe. Simple as that. Created. Boom. Awesome. So once we've created it there, we want to point it, whatever your team decides. So we're going to call this an 8. It's not started yet. So we give it our point, and now we can add some tasks underneath it. So first task may be create a new linking system to hook up the mainframe to the central power Boom, create a new task. I'll create another link. Write code to ensure buffer overflow does not take place. We want smart tasks though, these aren't the best tasks. So we want to estimate how long does it take us. So it's going to be a 2-hour task, it's going to be a 3-hour task, and we want to have 3 hours as our maximum we want for a single task. So now we've got those there. We can, that's ready to go. Okay, so I've gone and found my sprint that I've prepared earlier and chucked a few more stories in. I just wanted to go over that once you've got your tasks on a story and you've got all your stories all linked out, you want to, in stand-ups, you want to go who's going to do each task, and you talk about that, what you're going to pick up, and as they're saying they pick it up, we go, perfect, in progress, and we're going to assign this to Braden. Fantastic. He is now responsible for this task come for the next stand-up. Fantastic. Courtney as well, she says, okay, I'm going to do this task. Fantastic. The mainframe will be rewired. Fantastic. So I've estimated them, and we do the same for all these stories as well. And you want to make sure that all of your stories and tasks are estimated come for the end of sprint planning, because that will ensure that your burn down chart does not have random spikes like this, and now Courtney and Braden have gone ahead and done some really good work, so they want to log some time. So the way that they do this is, so let's say they've logged an hour. This is Braden, and he's logged an hour, and he's gone. And often you can get the git commit message that you've got from your from Git. Say something like created method to limit the size of a single string coming from the mainframe. You could say hashtag implements. You got to make sure you put in these tags when you've made them, and you can also put in the commit hash that you've got from Git. So now if you go save, Braden's now logged that time. Fantastic. And you want to also check that the date and time is correct. Now another little sneaky top tip with Andy is you need to ensure you have the right tags here. So there's hashtag implement. If you're doing documentation, you have hashtag document. There's also the other tags for the different types of work, and there's also ones for pair programming, so make sure you have those in, and you can also see these on the student guide. Now another top tip, do not log against stories. So I wouldn't want to go fantastic blockchain, the machine learning algorithm spent. I do not want to make my comment here. I want to be putting all my comments in the spent column underneath a given task, like we just did before. I'll refresh the page and you'll be able to see that spent time has been updated. There we go. Fantastic. Another top tip with Andy is that you cannot log project-related activities like testing under tasks without stories, as a lot of students used to do this last year, and you need to have an actual, this needs to be part of the task completed within the story, and you log that under the spent column, and that's kind of in here. You'll put in the testing tag. And also another general tip is that any activity that you do on the project is always loggable, as long as there is an outcome. We mentioned this in the student guide, but a lot of people think that they may spend a lot of time on a task and it doesn't get logged, but yeah, do remember that everything is loggable. Now, the last thing I wanted to show is tasks without stories. So these, in another one I prepared earlier in the template, you can have a look on this on the Agilefant server. Have a look at this on Agilefant. We'll show you a quick template and rundown of everything I've been mentioning, but you can also see how we've got stories here, but these are tasks without stories, so you can only log stand-ups, lecture/workshop, sprint retrospective, sprint review, sprint planning 2, and sprint planning 1. And all of these in times are mentioned here. So lectures, workshops normally an hour, sprint retrospective is an hour, sprint review is 2 hours, sprint planning 1 is 2 hours, sprint planning 2 as well. So that's pretty much it. And the stand-ups are variable. Try not to get a burn down looking like this. We want to have them looking beautifully like this. Well guys, that sums up Tech Time with Andy. I hope you enjoyed Agilefant. Tune in next time for my next installment of Tech Time. Cheers, have a good one, love it.